Good morning! And I've featured this cute kitten in every video that I've made so far. It's time to make some introductions. That is Pushkin. That's the awesome name of my cat. She likes her name. Pushkin is named after a Russian poet named Alexander Pushkin. In college, I fell in love with Russian literature. Loved reading such authors as Dostoevsky and Tolstoy, and I can't wait to teach you about how they saw the world. Well, I told you that I'd explain why I like my name. So my name is Ian. That's a version of John. It's an Irish or Celtic version of John. Interesting, I don't have any Irish blood in me, so I've always kind of scratched my head about why my mom named me after an ethnicity that I'm not. However, the name Ian is full of meaning. My parents were really hoping to expand their family, for I have one sister. And Ian means ask of God, which basically means they were praying for me. It took a long time for me to exist, but after many days of prayer, even a few years, voila, here I am, saying hello to you. That's why I like my name. I like to think about how my parents had to really wait in eager expectation to receive something that they were really longing for. Students, can you describe that feeling when you finally get what you're deeply hoping for? Oh my. I can. It's called joy, euphoria, bliss. Maybe just keep it mellow. Satisfaction. You're happy about it. How many expectations do you have a day? Hundreds? You don't even know most of them. Can you imagine how many joys and disappointments are just pinballing through your bloodstream because you have so many expectations and some of them are getting met and some of them aren't? And you're going to carry that mood into school next week. And you might carry that positive and content or that negative mood for several more years. It would be really interesting. Well, wise people have said that they have said that disappointment is simply unmet expectations. We've got things we're looking forward to. There's things we expect should happen, and when they don't, we get upset. And sometimes it's hard because people don't even let us be upset or even at least talk about, I wish that could have happened differently. Well, let me tell you what you can expect from me as a teacher. This is pretty common stuff. You can expect me to be consistent. I said that I would send a daily video, and here I am, 3 for 3. I told you a little bit about how the start of the day should look and feel. I want to be consistent in that. I am consistent in that we basically spend 30 of our 40-minute classes reading. I often read out loud. You can too. Other things to be consistent about. Writing, participation. I try to be consistent in welcoming you into the conversation. Second thing, you can expect me to be loving. I've got a lot of joy and a lot of love to give. And that's why I like being a teacher, because I believe I have the energy for it. I'm a single man, just me and the cat at home. And that's a good thing. I enjoy that. And because I have this extra space in my life, in my free time, I feel like I can support your joys, your anger, your sadness. your unmet expectations. Finally, you can expect me to be firm, which in this case means that I'm going to hold you accountable to be the best version of yourself, to be a good person in a group. I like being by myself, and when I'm by myself, I get to do certain things, just little freedoms. I get to kind of choose my own schedule. When I'm in a group, that changes. All of a sudden I have to become a cooperative leader. I have to collaborate. And I'm going to hold myself to be a little different when I'm in a group with you, when I'm teaching you. I'm going to expect you to be the same. I'm going to expect you to be kind, to be listeners, to be patient, even when you wish you were somewhere else. A few things you can expect from my class. As the videos suggest, you can expect some music. Start of the first class of the day, you can expect usually some pump-up music. Just good to get some energy going. You can expect everyone's voice to be heard, which doesn't mean just side chatter or just a laugh. I am going to try to ask everyone in the class a question about what we're learning. Now, is that going to happen every day? No, there's about 25 students in the classroom. We've got pretty short classes, but I do want you to expect to share some of your opinions and even to share some of your I don't knows out loud with your peers. And in my classroom, you can expect some writing. We are going to write creative stories. We're going to write persuasive essays. We're going to do some compare and contrast writing. You're going to be very good at writing. I love writing. I think because a lot of my teachers said that I was good at it. So again, that built my confidence. Some of you who were in 7th grade, when you went through the hall, you might have seen 8th graders just lining up at my door at the end of class. And I'm at the door taking note cards. That's something you can expect almost every class. It's called an exit slip. And in order for me to know that you learned a little bit, I'm going to ask you to write anywhere from 2 to 5 sentences. So those the small ways we write, and then also the big ways we write with those creative stories. All right, wrap it up. I've been to school for 2 days now, training. It's kind of like I'm going back to school a week before you. There's 3 things that you can expect based on this year. Expect to be tired, but not even just that first week of school when you're adjusting to a different bedtime. I believe it's going to last, that tiredness is going to last longer than we'd think. We've been out of school for a while. Expect to be tired, but expect to persevere too. Number 2, expect to be frustrated about some things. There's some things we've needed to put in place to keep us safe. And if it was a normal world, you'd be like, I would prefer not to do that, Mr. Grell. And yet, like I said, that's a place where I'm going to need to be firm and hold you accountable and say, I understand that this is not enjoyable, but I'm asking and expecting you to do this, please. And then I'd like you to expect to be heard. I've got that energy. I've got the ears to hear your opinions, to hear your confusion and your thoughts. Now, what shall I expect from you? I can't wait to find out. But today's email question, I'm hoping for 9 students. Let's build. That would be 3 squared. Day 1 had 3 students. Let's square that. 3 times 3 is 9. What's the first thing you notice about people? Tell me 2 or 3 sentences. What's the first thing you notice about people? And I'll tell you what I notice tomorrow. See you soon.